Have you ever come across a plant so stunning, you had to take a second look just to check if it was actually a flower? That always happens with succulents. These adorable plants come in various shapes, colors, and textures. Some resemble delicate roses. Others look like jelly beans. And a few, they look like tiny butterflies gently perched along the edges of their leaves. Nature's art at its finest. If you put these succulents together in an arrangement, they look like a bouquet of flowers. But the best part? Unlike fresh flowers that wilt and fade in just a few days, succulent arrangements stay beautiful all year round. No drooping petals, no need to toss them out after a few weeks. These hardy plants hold their charm for months, even years, with just a little care. It's like having a living bouquet that keeps giving. Some people ask if all succulents produce flowers. And the answer is yes. All succulents are flowering plants, but not all of them bloom each year. Some produce tiny, shy flowers you might miss if you don't look closely, while others produce head-turning blooms you can't help but be in awe of their beauty. Some of these blooms are delicate little surprises tucked between the leaves, while others grow on thin stalks that reach up like little flags. So the next time you take a stroll in your garden, take a second look at your own collection. You might have a surprise bloom hiding in plain sight. Interestingly, in many cases, the flowers isn't even the main attraction. The rosette itself is so stunning that it steals the show. Many of these succulents are so colorful that they look like flowers always in bloom. So in this video, I will show you how to utilize the beauty of succulent plants. Instead of creating flower arrangements that will not last, let me show you how to make a succulent arrangement instead. By creating these arrangements, you will not only admire how beautiful succulents are, but you will also witness how special they are. Because while other plants wilt or look sad without water, your succulents will be glowing and blushing as they conserve their water supply. So let's start with the shallow glazed terracotta pot. I suggest you select shallow planters instead of tall ones. And the most important thing is that they have drainage holes at the bottom. These holes will let excess water flow out, which helps prevent overwatering. If the hole is a bit large, just cover it with some mesh. You can buy mesh screens online or reuse any old mesh or screen you have at home. The goal is to stop the soil from falling out while still letting water drain through when you water your plants. Next, add the fast-draining soil mix. You can either buy a ready-made cactus and succulent soil from the store or make your own at home. If you're mixing it yourself, a good ratio is 2 parts regular potting mix, 1 part perlite, and 1 part coarse sand. This combination helps create a light, airy soil that drains quickly, just the way succulents like it. Using the right soil is super important because succulents hate sitting in wet, saggy soil. The roots can easily rot if water doesn't drain out fast enough. When adding soil to your pot, don't fill it all the way to the top. Leave about an inch or so of space from the rim, especially if you're planting rooted succulents. By leaving some space in your pot, you'll have room to fit those roots in comfortably without the soil spilling over the sides. This also makes it easier to arrange the plants nicely and gives you some wiggle room to top off with more soil if needed. Gather as much succulents as needed, especially rosette-forming succulents and trailing ones. And to make it look like a floral arrangement, get 3 or more very colorful rosette-forming succulents like echeverias. Start working from the middle and work your way around it. In this project, I'm using this variegated Portulacaria afra for the center. Remove some leaves at the base if necessary and use chopsticks or tweezers to make your work easier. Then start adding the rest of the succulents. If the plant is fully rooted, remove as much soil as possible and loosen the roots before planting. Alternate bigger and smaller succulents, and be careful when handling some of them. Their leaves may easily fall off with a slight touch. Since I already have 2 colorful rosettes, I'm going to add some greens. This one is perfect. Then add some trailing ones. Example is this Crassula baby necklace. You can also use Sidomorganianum, Othona or ruby necklace, or the trailing Senecio, the string of pearls or string of dolphins. And since they trail down, always put them at the edge of the arrangement. This Echeveria Dusty Rose is absolutely stunning. Its vibrant color and impressive size make it a true showstopper. Continue adding more succulents to fill in the empty spaces, thoughtfully alternating between colorful varieties and green ones. This contrast not only brings balance to your arrangement, but also makes each plant stand out beautifully. Mixing different shades, textures, and shapes creates a more dynamic and eye-catching composition. Don't be afraid to play around with placement until it feels just right. It's like painting with plants. And here's the secret. To make the arrangement look fuller and more compact, try using succulent cuttings to fill in the gaps between the larger plants. This little trick makes a big difference in creating a lush, seamless look. And here's where a good pair of tweezers becomes your best friend. They help you place tiny cuttings into those hard-to-reach spaces without disturbing the rest of your arrangement. I actually designed the tweezers I'm using myself, and I haven't stopped using them since. They've got a firm grip and the perfect length for detailed work, especially when you're working with delicate plants like succulents. If you don't have a pair yet, I really recommend checking them out. You'll find a link in the description below. And finally, don't skip the finishing touch, topping the soil with decorative pebbles. While they definitely add a polished and professional look to your arrangement, their benefits go beyond just appearance. Pebbles help keep the soil in place, especially when watering, preventing it from splashing up onto the leaves. This is important because soil can easily get trapped between the rosettes or in crevices, which not only looks messy but can also lead to problems over time. The weight of the pebbles helps anchor the soil, keeping everything neat and tidy. Plus, it gives your arrangement a clean, well-composed look that makes every succulent stand out even more. It's a small step that really makes a big difference, both in how your arrangement looks and how it holds up with time. And this is our finished product, a beautiful succulent arrangement. You can enjoy these indoors for 3 to 5 days even without adequate lighting. But after that, make sure to bring it outdoors to an area with bright but indirect light to prevent the colorful succulents from elongating. Wait for 2 weeks before watering. I hope you learned a lot today, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Bye for now!